Good morning, fellow traders. Bubba here. It's time for the Good Morning Market Prep for Friday, September the 18th, 2020. I hope everybody had a great night last night. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. All right, let's check and see where we are with the market from yesterday, and then we'll see how the futures are looking here today. So we were down a little bit yesterday, red month so far. Weekly charts, the last day of the week, and it's a quad witching day, which means we have expiration of the monthly options. We have the weekly options expiration. We've got the futures contract expiration and futures options expiration. So all these expirations, potential shenanigans today. Again, really the big thing is if we really want to get strong, we really need to get over last week's high. Right, this upper shadow has found a lot of resistance. There's been some big selling pressure right there. 3,400 is also going to be a major level too. If we push up today and we test that level, we may see some fresh downside follow through. We'll take a look at that in a minute here. Open gap here on the weekly chart, and of course we've got the Cloud Canyon that really kind of got all this volatility started here. So anyway, what we're talking about here about this 3,400 is basically the 3,397 area. It was the prior all-time high, the pre-corona crash. And we're having trouble staying above that, right? So we got a big push up here recently, right? This is a low volume, just kind of overextended day that we looked at on the weekly chart. On the daily chart, if you put the RSI up here, right, you see it was overextended here as well on the RSI. So pretty interesting. And we were over the upper Bollinger Band. But anyway, we got a big move down off of that one. So this was a very impulsive move down, right? And we're kind of consolidating after that, and could be considered triple bottom right here. We are holding the 50-day moving average in the trend box, but if we reject this 3,400 with any sort of authority, right, we may see another impulsive move down that could possibly see the bottom of the cloud there, right, as a symmetrical move down from that move. It's a zigzag formation, so we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, it could just continue to do what it likes to do and just kind of work its way up, and then we'll see where we go from there. So it's pretty interesting stuff there. Let's take this SPY. And yesterday we had increased volume yesterday, a lot of it on the dip buy off the 50-day moving average. You can see here pre-market we are triangulating here going into the open. So that's pretty interesting today with quad witching. Right, there's a lot of shenanigans, a lot of maneuvering that goes on with market makers and and the such. So sometimes it can increase volatility. So it's really interesting to see us kind of just chopping around into today and having these levels as a reference to see if things get wild. Right, do we pop our way up here and get through these levels, or do we just kind of chop around the triangle until the end of the day and maybe see some pinning action going on. So we'll see how that goes here today. Right now we are S&P futures are still in this triangle that we talked about from last night. We did have a drop zone right here, so there's a little bit of a potential resistance off of that one, and of course we have several signal zones below. So we'll see how that goes. But if we get over this zone right here, we could see that 3370 level. If it wants to push any higher, right, it's got some work to do to test that 3400 level. But if that level gets rejected, again, we got to kind of keep an eye out into next week to see what kind of direction this market may be trying to go. So let's take a look at the MES here and just get the geometric lines on there so we can track those as well. So again, this is a very, very key level from last night. We talked about it yesterday on the live stream. We saw a couple bounces off of this yesterday. So we're just going to stretch that out into the rest of the day here and see how that holds. And of course, we're triangulating here into the in the morning as well. So let's see how that all holds today. So the cues here this morning. So tech kind of just doing its own type of triangle thing. It looks a little bit more like an ascending triangle, but it also could be considered possibly a rising wedge. So just kind of see how that holds, getting really, really tight into the open. With tech being all over the place recently, right? So big move up, big move down, and kind of led the way down recently. So IWM, again, kind of drifting this morning, a bit of a triangle range on that one as well. So lots of triangles. So you guys see if we break out of those one way or the other. Let's take a look at Apple. Apples and bananas. So Apple's actually up pretty decent here this morning. It's up over a point here. Let's see if we can get over yesterday's highs and give us a move on that one. Let's take a look at Tesla. I believe Tesla got an upgrade last night from Piper. Let's see, Tesla stock bounce. Wedbush analyst boosts the price target, and I thought we also saw one. I thought we saw another one here. Yeah, Piper Sandler as well. So we had a couple upgrades on Tesla. So trying to maybe they're just having fun, just trying to see how many shorts can get squeezed out of this thing. So again, it was a tight triangle range yesterday. We've popped above that right here. It is possible we come back and test it before bouncing again. Otherwise, it's got some levels above that could certainly be tested if it wants to do its Friday thing. So we'll be keeping an eye on that one as well. Nvidia. So Nvidia gapping up this morning, not major with volume, but I like how we're already over yesterday's highs. What was really nice about Nvidia is that we bounced off. Where's the daily right here? Is that we bounced off the upper trend line, right? So we had a nice UTL bounce off of this one yesterday with increased volume. So we kind of tagged it at the open and moved up. We kind of drifted down yesterday, but a very, very nice candle on that one, which could lead to a Morningstar reversal type style, right? So you got this, and then if we get a green candle right here that covers 50% of the range, we could see a Morningstar reversal on Nvidia. So definitely going to keep an eye on this one today. Spreads can be a little bit crazy on Nvidia, so AMD might be an interesting one to look at, to trade either in sympathy or since they're not selling sold out of graphics cards like Nvidia did yesterday. It might move, kind of in an inverse direction, but it's still a good one to keep an eye on right there. Let's take a look at Kodak. That was a wild one from yesterday. It was, just gave an amazing push at the end of the day. Crazy volume come into it. Still up after hours. So let's see how that behaves today. They might just flush it at the open. This thing's a wild, volatile name. But maybe it was they were front running it for some news that there's actually no issues with the insider transactions before the last big move up. So that being said, let's take a look at Beyond here. Speaking of fake things, right? So Beyond gapping down this morning on a downgrade, JP Morgan downgrade this morning. So it had a pretty big day yesterday. You guys know how this thing goes, right? It goes like 2-3 days up, and then it gets crazy, and it could pull back. Right here's like 2-3 days up, then nasty pullback. 2-3 days up, then just nasty, nasty, nasty. 2-3 days up, nasty, right? So 2-3 days up, and then they're already downgrading it. So either JP Morgan really believes in this thing, and they just downgraded it so they can get a better entry, or this could be the start of that, the mess that Beyond likes to do. So so keep an eye on that one. Zoom again, guys. This was a nice move yesterday. Big move off the 80 MA on a pullback right here. Recent Morningstar reversal on it, so still continuing to the upside on that one. So see that gets any action today. Neo did some inside invest, right? Like reinvestment type stuff this morning. And China names are strong today, so keep an eye on Neo. It's definitely been on the radar. We were looking for a dip buy yesterday, and it's got some great follow through on that one. So nice find on that. We talked about it on the live streams. JD. Also kind of gapping up this morning with the Chinese name strong, so that's another one to keep an eye on there. And then DKNG, just a one that everybody likes to watch because it's just interesting, right? So we got over a lot of these levels right here. We're definitely gave a nice move up right here. Let's see if this thing flags a little bit or what it's up to over the next couple days or weeks. But definitely a pretty impressive breakout move right here out of its kind of an initial area triangle pennant types. Consolidation, right? So anyway, pretty impressive stuff here. So let's see if that gets any follow through or just consolidates for another move up. All right, guys. Well, I hope everybody has an awesome trading day today. We'll catch you guys in the lunchtime market update and in the Twitter stream. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you soon.